welcome to this new video of latent news opportunity. Now that we have been through some concepts to help you build your export project, we can take a look into international grants Layton can help you with to access the Canadian market or to export from it. The very first grant we are going to look into will be a US-based grant for companies, small and medium enterprises, the SBIR. What is the SBIR? It stands for the Small Business Innovation Research Program, a highly competitive federal grant available to US-based businesses. Through the SBIR, domestic small businesses are to further research and development, are to engage in commercialization of new technology on the long term. The mission of the SBIR program is to stimulate the entrepreneurial spirit of high-tech innovation and R&D, as well as to support scientific excellence and technological innovation through the investment of federal research funds into critical American priorities to build a strong national economy. With that, you can target the Canadian market, of course. But first, you need to understand how the SBIR is managed. First of all, it is the US Small Business Administration, SBA, that serves as the coordinating agency for the SBIR program, which is then managed on a more precise scale by 12 agencies. The SBA directs that agency's implementation of the program. And as we said, there are currently 12 agencies they have their own rules, they have their own objectives, and their own deadline. So you can learn more about each SBIR grant on each agency's dedicated website or by contacting Layton for centralized information. We can, for now, on a more general basis, we can look into the eligibility criteria. There are, of course, the eligibilities that depends on every agency because they have their own rules, as we said. But throughout the 12 agencies, we have three basic criteria. First, you need to be an organized and for-profit entity with a place of business located in the United States. Second, you need to have more than 50% owned and controlled by one or more individuals who are citizens or permanent resident aliens of the United States. And third, you need to not have more than 500 employees, including affiliates. Because to support different types of projects, the SBIR program is structured in three phases, from R&D, basic research, to long-term commercialization. The objective of the first phase is to establish the technical merits, feasibility, and commercial potential of the proposed R&D efforts, and to determine the quality of performance of the small business awardee organization prior to further support the project and the entity in phase two. The phase one calls for tenders. Awards normally do not exceed $150,000 and have a 6-month period of performance. Once phase one is successfully passed, companies may apply to phase two projects to continue the R&D efforts initiated. Funding is then based on the results achieved in phase one, the scientific and technical merits, and also commercial potential for the project proposed in phase two. Generally, only phase one awardees are eligible for phase two, but as we said, it depends each and every time to the agency you're applying to. And for phase two awards, they normally do not exceed $1 million and have a 2-year period of performance. And finally, we have phase three, which is only available when appropriate. It has been designed for the small business to pursue commercialization objective resulting from the phase one and phase two federal R&D activity. The SBIR program does not fund phase three awards. In some federal agencies, it may involve follow-up on non-funded R&D projects or production contracts for product processes or services intended for use of the US government. This is Of course, as we said, only an overview of them. And Leighton can help navigate the 12 agencies' timeline, specific requirement, and so on. If you are interested to fund your R&D project and boost it toward commercialization, do not wait any longer and contact us. Thank you for your attention and see you next month.